Welcome back to Grunts Naked Brutality, you beautiful people. This episode, we're starting off with a infestation. It looks like they're going to end up tunneling through here pretty soon. And what I'm hoping is that hiding behind here will give us a decent defensive position, because my plan is, when they come down, they should only be able to attack Grunt or Gnu. Both of these guys do have shields, so maybe the shields work. Okay, Grunt's down, Grunt's back up. No, they're pushing across the table. There's getting too many of them. And our backs are in the corner. Hopefully this isn't the end of this series. This will kind of suck, but so long as Kala can keep shooting, we should be alright. I don't think Grunt will... Grunt's bleeding out in 3 hours. Okay, do need to be careful about that. Grunt, mate. What got you that you're bleeding out in 3 hours? Stabbed in the liver. Okay, gear-wise, you're okay. You do have some medikits on you. Right, so long as Carla can keep shooting, we should be right. Gnu bleeds out in 14. And, yeah, we're not going to take that Mega Spider down anytime soon. Okay, no, it's down. Decepticide, sweet. Yeah, so long as we can keep firing, we've got this. If we can't keep firing, then we're in trouble. So if that pushes through, slightly more of an issue. Okay, Grunt. Good. Yeah, Grunt, how long you got still, mate? You're still in 3 hours, right. And you're down again. So yeah, in my mind, this should have gone a little bit better. But as soon as they are any ways away from us, we can shoot. And as soon as we can shoot, we have got this. He says. It might not be true. And if Grunt dies, that is kind of the series over. But do you know what we do have? Is some Medigel, if I'm not mistaken. There should be some somewhere. We should at least have one piece left. If we got that one piece, this is fine. We can get him back on his feet instantly. Got a whole bunch of medicine. Don't tell me you guys have used it. That would suck so bad. Okay. Can you medical? Yes, you can. Right. This is how we're going to do it. We are going to go sleeping spot right there. If we can click it. Eventually, yeah, that's straight to medical. Titus, you are going to rescue Grunt. Grunt is now going to be on, what do you call it? Best quality. And Titus, you are going to go and tend to him. Okay, not set to doctoring. Okay, Titus, you are now doctoring on 4. And make this happen, buddy. This has to work, otherwise... Yeah, we're kind of in trouble. Still holding on 1 hour. Cool, and we're done. Grunt's back up. Awesome. Medigel is some wicked kit. Gnu has 7 hours. Ben has 16. Cool. Okay, these are now medical rooms. Building a hospital is probably not a bad idea. But as soon as Grunt's back up, I think that went okay. It didn't. That did not go well at all. One more hit and that probably would have been game over. Well, not game over, but Grunt would have died. And if Grunt's kind of dead, then what is the point of having a Super Soldier Krogan that the whole thing is about him testing how great he is? Because then he's obviously not that great. And finally, Terra is ready to rejoin the colony. So all of his addictions have passed. He still has a psychite tolerant small, but do you know what? That is not a massive thing. He does have a scar on his right arm, which is painful, which is slowing him down a little bit. And everything else on him seems pretty decent. As if we go back over his stats, cold intolerant, poor hygiene. Not crazy bad. Hardy is decent, farsighted is good, restful is good, and energetic is good. So what we are going to do is, if we actually click Terror, which would help, go into prisoner and then go release. Grunt can run over and then release him, and then we will be one more colonist up. Does mean we need to get 2 more rooms, or maybe just 1 more room. No, 1 more room. Yeah, cool. So Titus is sleeping on the floor, Carla is sleeping on the floor as well, and what we'll do is we'll just rearrange this bit, move that across. We will actually just take out these walls, I think, drop this back to here, and then just build this way. And then we're going to have our own proper dedicated science room off the back of that as well, which I think should work out pretty well. Breaking down all of the bug bodies at the moment, which is getting us a decent amount of chem fuel. We're not going to be stripping them down. There's no real point because we have just gone and hunted every single animal that we could get on the map. So there's still a few of them marked up. We'll go after those. We'll get tortoises, cazaries, chinchillas. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of meat. With that meat, we're also going to be able to sell it. We're going to be able to sell the levers because what we need is money, because we need a extra suit of armor and 2 more helmets. Plus we need shield belts, we need skin suits, a whole bunch of good stuff. But when it comes to the research, we're on multi-analyzers at the moment, which I didn't realise that we hadn't got. But it kind of makes sense. We did get it from the pristine ruins into fabrication, into advanced fabrication. From advanced fabrication, we are going to be able to start kicking out Cerberus serums. 1 Cerberus serum for everyone. Then I think we'll go into Basilisk, into Negotiator, and then Representative. And that should make all of our guys awesome. And then maybe into Bionics. We got basic electronics coming on, and then complex electronics. Then we're also going into railguns, and then after the railguns are done, we're going into mass effect field manipulation, so we can start kicking out some mass effect kit. I think, to me, that sounds pretty good. By the time we're on the space attack, our guys are going to be insanely powerful. And once more, we are starting to run into the problem of not having enough people to do all of the jobs that we need. So we called in a slave ship, and we have another Krogan coming in. I'm going to call him Caradon, or Caradon. I guess that's probably how you meant to say it. Don't quote me on that. My reading is atrocious. But potentially an amazing colonist. So he is psychically deaf. So yeah, don't need to worry about psychic drones. Fearless, so he cannot be suppressed. He's nimble, so he's good at dodging melee and won't trigger traps as often. He's kind, so people are going to like him because of that. And he's also abrasive. However, he won't start arguments because of the kind trait, so that kind of gets rid of the abrasive one. And then as for his actual stats, he has 13 in shooting, which is pretty nice. 4 in melee, not too interested. Construction is part of the reason we're getting him, so he has a single passion in construction. Skill of 6, that's okay. He can also do plants, which is going to be super useful for us, and he can be trained up to be a good crafter. So what I am thinking is, straight off the bat, we put him number 1 crafting, number 2 plants, and then we'd also go number 2 crafting, just because plants are higher up the chain than crafting, so he's always going to do the plants before he goes on to the crafting. But this is going to work out very well for us. We do have 8,571, so we should be able to buy him. The other colonists, not so great. Let's go see what this Vulture's up to. Misogynist, free mind, abstinent, and craven. Yeah, you are no gaggalish. You can have 1,400, I guess, chem fuel. Pretty much everything else we need. You can have all of the levers because we are not going to be using them. Herbal medicines ours. We are running very low on medicine. You can have our ambrosia. We're doing very well on steel. Not so great on uranium or plasteel. We are producing our rounds of ammunition. We managed to get that sorted as well. So we're still going to come out with 2,521, which is cool. So I guess I'm just... Actually, no, that's a way better name. We're just going to call him Shark. 1 second. Cool. So Caradon. We might as well call him Shark. Cool. I think that's a pretty good name for a Krogan, and it kind of looks like he's got a fin. Right. All of a sudden, things are looking a little bit better for us. Let's get his traits sorted. So everyone is firefight on 1, everyone is patient on 1, everyone is doctor on 1. Other than you, you're off. Everyone bed rest on 1. We want you constructing 1, growing on 2, crafting on 2. And we'll just give you some skill trainers, buddy. And you are going to be pretty awesome at that. Sweet. We need 4 helmets. Well, ideally 4, but we get away with 3 helmets and then 2 suits of armor. Yeah, that's nice. That is real nice. So we have the first raid of the vanilla expanded Mechanoids coming in. It is an Inquisitor. which is a bit of a tough cookie. Defensive armor of 8mm and then a 12 in blunt. So actually not particularly impressive. And only moves at 1.8. So definitely move out the way of that. That's not a big thing. Does have a flamer. Explodes when it dies. But what we managed to get in the other episode is a couple of these double autocannons. And we're building them into the walls along here. So anything that comes across there is going to get shot up. Anything that comes along here is also going to get shot up. And what we need to do is we just need to move these walls back to here. Plan with this is fairly simple. Oh, don't want that there. We're leaving a space onto these sections. That's going to need to be changed across into a standard granite wall, which is going to mean that we can chuck in a military turret at the front. Military turret being there ideally means anything little and pesky comes in, it's going to get focused down by, well, the military turret, and then that frees up the heavy autocannons to actually fight the big stuff. This guy is coming down here. We do have Titus and Ben about. They both have decent enough weapons, so they should be able to shoot this up. And if you wouldn't mind changing across to that, and drop that axe as well, because that's stopping you picking up ammo. Sweet. Autocannons are firing. Well, one autocannon is, the other one's unpowered at the moment. But the military turrets can support it as well. If one of our guys does get sprayed up by this, it might be in a bit of trouble, so Sharp, move out of the way if you would kindly. And managed to get Shark. That's right, run towards the Inquisitor. Why don't you? And how much after this? 39. So it's fairly tough, quite tanky. Shark, do you mind just going in the water and putting yourself out, bud? Cool. How are you looking for conditions? Yeah, nothing too much there. He is going to be fine. And then this wall, actually no, that needs to be a door instead. So let's go granite. Then military turret into this section. And we should just have a decent little defensive line across here. So that can shoot this way, can also shoot down, but obviously can't shoot around the corner, which is fine. This can shoot this way, that can shoot that way, this can shoot this way, and cover these. Because these have a minimum range, this one doesn't. Yeah, I'm liking that. That works pretty well for us. Less than ideal, we have a Mechanoid cluster coming in. Not a particularly big one, but does have a centipede with it, which might be a little bit of an issue. 3 auto charge turrets, nothing to sneeze at, and 1 auto inferno cannon. And what do? You're a smoke spewer. Okay, and what type of centipede were you? You're an infernopede, which means that you're about the most scary and dangerous centipede that there is. And what is this thing's range? Pretty long, that is for sure. Once we annoy them, we are going to have to move quickly into taking this out. And that being said about moving quickly, do you have any shields? It is not looking like it, so we could potentially just drop mortar round after mortar round on it and take it out fairly quick. And as for infrastructure, we're going to put some subsurface power lines in. We should be able to get one in here. Yeah, cool. And then standard power conduits onto these bits. Cool. They'll get everything powered. And then there's only going to be a couple weak points in the line, which is fine. We do have everyone run around picking up some granite chunks at the moment, because we're running low, and then we're also processing for a whole bunch of marble. Once that processing is done, we're then just going to go and drop a whole bunch of mortar rounds on top of this base. So this is a little bit of a pickle. We have Kakon and Terra down here, and they are right out in the open, and somehow triggered the Mechanoids. This is not looking good for us. Auto charge turret is going off. Infernopede somehow nearly got nuked out by something. The auto inferno cannon's still good. We got 2 Geth primes. Pikeman's down. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. We hadn't started mortaring them or anything. So I take it these guys came down, shot something, something blew up. and a whole bunch of problems for them. Right, well, I guess the best thing that we can do, everyone to defensive positions. Run and gun is now disabled. And hope that you can outrun them. Because you guys out in the open are dead. And you guys need to pull a decent way back before the double auto cannons can kick in. So maybe if we come on the inside and then cut across, and then that should block the firing arc of the centipede. And then by the time it moves, reloads, and is able to fire again, we should be out of the way. Am I expecting that to work? No. But are we doing it anyway? Yes, that's our best bet. We can't go down and fight that. That Infernopede's big old thermobaric round is going to shred us. One advantage we have over the Mechanoids is Mechanoids are not particularly accurate. These Ciphers will be quite dangerous. So if they get in close, Cacon is pretty much dead. Go. Let's give it a go. Move. You can't stay still. You stay still, you're dead. You're going to move. No, he's getting suppressed. Because he's being suppressed, he's not going to move. He's going to keep moving back to cover. Trying to run down and fight that is a terrible idea, so let's go and do that. So who will take? We know GNU and Grunt are in shields and decent armor. They can come down, and hopefully that buys Cacon enough time. Cacon, move up there when you're ready. If he stays here, the other guys are shooting their own team, so we're doing okay. And those thermobaric rounds don't seem super dangerous. Right, okay, that's fun. When did that happen? I know when the ship chunks landed, they landed a while ago, but we didn't do anything to trigger them, and now they're done. Shark's got 5 hours. He is a Krogan, so he's fairly tough. But that's a little bit annoying. Cacon's still doing okay. He's probably in trouble now. Right. Well, this is going well for us. We're going to have to keep jumping between the two of them, I guess. And Terra... okay, that's my bad. No, Terra's straight out. Cool. So, quick inventory of what we got. Cacon's trapped out in the open next to the Mechanoids. Terra just took a thermobaric round to the face and bleeds out in 9 hours. Shark bleeds out in 2 hours and has been mashed up by a bunch of bugs. Ben is okay. Titus, for some reason, still hasn't picked up any ammo, so he's not much good. Carla is here, so I guess she can try to support GNU, but we also need GNU and Grunt down here. Grunt is on his way, but I think we might just get Grunt to pick up Terra and then get back to the base. Fairly safe to say that we're not going to get Shark, so Shark came in for 1 episode, died. Chances of getting Terra out of this are pretty slim. Who's over here? Gladder is over there. Right. I am not super sure what to do in this situation, so I'll catch you guys on the next one.